Hello and welcome to Introduction to AppInventor. The website is appinventor.mit.edu, and we can just click on the Create Apps button and then log in with our Google account. And as soon as we do that, we're going to see the intro screen. Since we didn't create a project so far with this account, I'll have to click on Start New Project, and then I will name it My First App. And when we click on the OK button, we're going to see the intro screen, which has 4 sections: the palette section with all the important components. Then we have the viewer, so we can drag all these components onto the viewer. And then we have the component section where we can have all the components listed. We can rename those components or maybe delete some of them. And in the properties section, we can set or change some of the properties. This is the designer view. Also, we can go to the blocks view. And here we can actually write the program by dragging and dropping. Going back to the designer mode, we're going to just create a very simple app with only 3 components. The first one we're going to add is the text box component. And all I want to do here is change the font size. So we're going to just maybe use 28 for the font size, and I'm not going to change the text property. I'm going to leave that blank, but I'm going to change the hint. This is something that the user will see when he runs the app on the smartphone. You can just say, enter your name. And other component we're going to use is the button component. So for the button component, the default name is button1. What I want to change is the font size, so maybe also we can have it as 28. And then I'll just have the text to display hello. Okay, so these are the 2 visible components, and also we're going to use one non-visible component, which is going to be the text-to-speech component. So if I drop it here, since it's not visible, it goes into the non-visible component section. Okay, now let's write some code, but this time not by typing. It's going to be mostly by dragging and dropping. What we need from our program is to, we need to click the button. So we have this event, which is the first one because it's the most used one for buttons. When button1.click, we want to do something. And what I want my program to say is, for example, if I enter Marian in the text box, I want this program to just say out loud, hello, Marian. So we're going to use the text-to-speech component. And the main method that we have here, the only one, is actually called text-to-speech.speak. So you can just drag this here. And we want to say something, because it's not just going to say Marian, it's going to say hello, Marian. I can just use the text component from here and then use the join. We want to join the text hello. So again, I can go back to the text and then use the empty string. And here I can just type hello. And then I want to add to hello, I want to add whatever the user is going to enter in the text box. So now going back to the text box, we need to just scroll down until we find the text box 1.text. That's the main property that we need. Okay, basically our program is done. So now what we need to do is go back to the designer. And there are a couple of options now. The first option I'm going to show you in this video is how to connect and test your program. The best and easiest way, and this only works if you have an Android smartphone, is to click on connect and then just use the AI companion. Once you do this, you have the QR code here. So now the next step would be if you just scan this QR code with your QR reader on your smartphone,